Hey, and thanks for joining us at the Clinch River Homestead. I'm John, and today we've got an unboxing review of the brand new and discontinued Autel Evo2. Stick with us. Hey everyone, so if you're still with us and you want to know more about the Autel Evo2, you want to see what comes in the box, and more importantly, are they still going to be making firmware updates for this discontinued drone? Well, I will say, according to Autel, the answer is yes. So with that out of the way, let's get to the unboxing. I'm going to get it right down here, and just to let you know, the package that we ordered from Autel is the rugged bundle combo. I got an awesome deal on this thing off Amazon. I think it was priced wrong. They had it for $15.99 with a $300 coupon, which made it like $1,300 with tax and everything. If you go on there right now, they're $1,800. Somebody messed up somewhere, and I was worried that we weren't going to get it, but we did. All right, let's take a look at it right now. Oh, and just in case you're wondering what this is right next to me, it's that 3D printer that we talked about the other day. Just getting it set up to do some test prints, and then we're going to have more videos on that. So back to the Autel. Okay, so this is what we have. This is the Autel Evo2, and this is going to be an unboxing of this bad boy right here. Now, before we get into the unboxing, let's talk a little bit about this drone. Now, this drone right here is probably one of the heaviest drones between DJI and Autel, and I think even Skydio, if nobody's ever heard of that. That is a fully autonomous drone that will follow you anywhere, but they have some issues with that too. We're not talking about that drone today. We're talking about this one right here. So, a little bit of information on it. Autel claims that this drone will get 9 kilometers. Wow! 9 kilometers of range with this thing. It's a fully autonomous drone, and the biggest thing that they boast on their website about this one particular drone, and to warrant the extra weight, is the battery. This has got a 40-minute flight time. Crazy. It's got an 8K camera on it. Awesome camera. It also has digital zoom. The other thing of these Autel drones, the cameras are all interchangeable. It's got 3 different cameras that you can put on here: a FLIR, a 6K camera with a adjustable f-stop, and then you have the 8K drone, which is what I have right here. 8K. Wow. Okay, so let's open the box and see what we have inside, okay? Now remember, this is the rugged kit. It comes with a complete rugged case, and I think it's waterproof. I'm not sure. Let's pull it out. All I have to say is, wow, this thing is big. But it's very sturdy. You look at this thing and you're like, whoa, this is a nice case. It's a hard case. Oh, and the other thing that I really like about this case, there's latches here that you actually have to push down to open. So it's not going to come open on you accidentally. That is an awesome, awesome thing. All right, so let's open this up and show you what's in it, okay? Ready? Drum roll, please. Whoa, look at that. Bright orange. For you Kubota tractor lovers, this is probably going to be the drone you want to get to match your tractor. Unfortunately, they don't have it in red for our Branson. Well, let's take a look and see what's in this box here. So it came with a bunch of different things. So we have a couple scan disc cards. And that's one. There's another one that we have. It also came with a couple batteries. And as you see, these are smart batteries, so all you have to do is touch them, and it'll tell you how much battery charge is in that. That is a massive battery. It's a 7,100 milliamp hour battery. 7,100 milliamp hours. That's big. All right, back in. All right, let's just talk about this case. This thing is amazing. This is a hard foam that's in here, and I don't know if you can notice, but if I'm pressing on this, it is not really moving. This is a really durable foam that's going to keep the drone and all the accessories safe. Up here, this is a more lighter foam that's on the top, and this is because this is resting on top, keeping everything secured, and you don't want anything to get scratched. So this is really nice on top here. Let's just work from this side over. So we have two batteries. There's one battery in the drone right now. Right here, this is a battery charging hub. Whoa, look at this thing. All right, let's do the peel. Come on. Oh yeah, beautiful. You can charge 1, 2, 3, 4 batteries at one time. We're gonna hold off on this till last. Let's keep going over here. Let's just see, for all the DJI lovers out there, I'm not partial to one or the other. I just got a fantastic deal on this. And one of the other things that I really love that Autel doesn't do, that DJI makes you do, is enter personal information that gets sent back to DJI. I don't like that. I also don't like the fact that they are restricted. This is a completely unrestricted drone. You can fly wherever you want, but be safe when you're out there flying. Don't be near airports, and don't be flying over people. If you're uploading videos on YouTube and you're making any money on them, be sure to have that Part 107 license, so this way you don't get fined by the FAA. You also want to register any drone over 250 grams, which this is well over 250 grams. So this one will be registered, and I will be taking that Part 107. So stay tuned for that video. Right here, this is the controller. So for all the DJI people, you're used to your controller being attached to the bottom. Now this is a really, really nice controller. Wow. To feel this in the hand is really, I mean, it's pretty heavy. I love this attachment at the top. Way to go, Autel. The screen, oh, you ready? Ready? Let's get the peel going. Let's get the peel. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, and there's one on the back here. So one of the things that they did tell you to do is when you're flying this thing is to have the antennas pointed down. This way they're pointing at the drone better. Because if they are upright, they're going to be like that, and your phone's going to be here, and the antenna is going to be facing down. You want the antenna facing up towards the drone. Quick tip, you can put one up, one down, see how that works for you. Oh, okay. That's nice. Spring-loaded, spring-loaded. That's really nice. Awesome that that's spring-loaded. Now, it's got a couple buttons on the back here. You have an A and B button. From what I've seen in review videos, people hit them a lot with their fingers. You know, it's kind of right here where I rest my fingers, right on the back. But that might be good though, because it puts it right in the spot for me to activate something. So we're gonna have to test that out in future videos and see how that works. I want to turn this on real quick to show you the beauty of this controller. All right, I just had to adjust the camera a little bit here. So this is the controller that you get with it. I hope it's coming through of how clear this thing is, because this is an amazing controller because you can actually see all your telemetry data on this controller. Also, there's a really cool display button right here. If you hit that display button, if you forget your phone while you're out on a shoot one day, or if your phone dies on you, all you have to do is hit that display button, and anything that your drone sees is right on the display. So you do have to use the wheels at the top. It's not a touchscreen display on this, which makes it nice so that you don't accidentally touch something here. You just use your rotating wheels at the top to go through the menus, and we're going to have a future video on how to operate this and go through all the menus on it. You also have a record and a picture button on the back of this thing here, record and picture. So this way it makes it really easy to get that shot that you want. Now, I'm used to a DX7, if anybody's into Spectrum remotes. That's what I'm used to. So having this is going to be something different. I've never really flown with anything like this. I'm going to have to see how I like this, but it feels pretty good. It has a nice display on it here that tells you exactly what it's doing. Shutting down. Okay. So that's the remote. It folds up very nicely. You have your USB port on the bottom so that you can do your USB charging. You can also connect this to your phone and have it charge your phone while you are flying, which is really nice. And apparently I think the battery in this lasts quite a while. So let's move on. Over here we've got a couple packs of extra propellers. We've got a power cable right here, and we have a really nice Autel book here. In that book you get a little quick start guide to show you how to get up and running. Now, one of the things that Autel is really good for, as opposed to some of the other drones, is they're very quiet when they fly. Now, here's one of the reasons for that. Okay. So Autel has redesigned their propellers to give you a better sound quality. So this way, it says right here on the paper that the updated version that we have right here, the blades of the propeller have a rectangular shape. The tips of the blades come to a rounded 90-degree angle. The edges of the blades are flat. So that helps to reduce the pitch of the noise of the blades. So when this goes up, this is a heavy drone, it doesn't make a lot of noise. We're going to test that out once we do some flying videos. But that's really nice to have. You have a safety instruction book. Now, just looking through the quick start guide right here. Okay, so it's going to go through a bunch of different things and tell you what the color blinking lights mean. It'll tell you what all the buttons on the drone do, all the different sensors that are on your drone. Here's one of the biggest things before you take your drone out. Any drone that you're going to be using optical sensors, clean the sensor. Act as if that sensor that is on these things is like your camera lens. Clean it. So for anybody new in the drones, you might want to take a look at that first before you take this up in the air. This way you have a little bit more understanding about how this particular drone works. I've been flying them for years, build them myself. So I will refer to this because it has specific light indicators that are on this drone, and you need to have this book so you know exactly what those light indicators mean. So I'm going to put this back. Now, the other thing that they give you is a battery guide. Evo will give you a battery guide to tell you how to take care of that battery. A lot of people don't understand how lithium batteries work. All right, these batteries are not meant to be stored at full charge, nor do you want to run this battery completely down, all the way down with no power. That is no good. When you see people running these down to 0%, that is not good for these batteries. And then everybody wonders why the batteries swell. I will tell you that running your battery down to 0% is a great way to destroy it. You don't really want to take it any lower than 15 or 20% on a LiPo battery. You just don't want to do it. So read that if you've never experienced LiPo batteries before. And again, that's one of the reasons why I got this, was so that we get 40 minutes of flight time. And let's put our extra blades they gave us back in there. All right, so all the way on the end here, it looks like we have a power brick. We have a cable here to connect, looks like to connect your iPhone or Samsung device. All right, so we have a USB-C cable and a mini USB. So for all you iOS users out there, you're not going to get the right cable you need for your iOS. You're going to have to order that separately. This is another a mini USB cable that can connect this to your computer, I believe. So I'm going to read more about that. Oh, and here's a pack of what the low noise propellers look like. All right, so there are the low noise propellers. I just want to open them up real quick and see what's in the pack. It's probably the exact same. So these are the low noise propellers. The other thing I really like about this is right on the top. All right, so right on the top it tells you how to put it on. It's got a quick attach piece on the back here. So it goes right on and you turn it and locks right on place. So you don't have to screw anything on. You don't need tools. So that's really nice. So lastly, other than our charging brick, now you can charge one battery with this brick, or you connect this end to the bottom of your charger here. Right in the bottom there's a port. You would just connect this charger to that, and you can now charge all your batteries simultaneously. The very last thing that they give you in this kit, and I must say this is a fantastic kit for the price that I paid. Again, you're not going to be able to go on Amazon right now and buy this thing for that price. So, and actually, if I were you, I'd probably, if you want an Autel, hold out for the Evo2 version 2. It gets confusing. I will tell you a little bit why they discontinued it from Autel. Again, this is a discontinued drone from Autel as of recently. The reason is because of the chips that are in these Autels, they can't get anymore. What they had to do was make a decision. They have a new CEO, and he decided that they're going to scrap the entire version that they have here. They're going to redesign it with the new chips that they can get, and it's also going to add some distance to your flying. Other than that, there's going to be no sensor changes. The cameras will still be interchangeable between the two. Just the chipset that's in it, and I think that chipset is only for communication purposes, because that's the only thing that's really being upgraded is the distance and the range. So I think it has something to do with that. So the very last thing in this kit, other than the drone, are these. Now these are really important if you want to get a good shot, especially if you don't have an adjustable aperture, which we don't. And because we don't have an adjustable aperture, we really need ND filters. ND filters, what this does is this goes over the lens, and it's kind of like putting on a pair of sunglasses. So as you put a pair of sunglasses on, it allows you to see a little bit better because your eyes can open up wider, right? That's exactly what this does. So this goes over the lens, darkening it up a little bit so that the shutter would stay open a little bit longer so that it takes in more of the light to give you a better picture. These are really important to have if you don't have an adjustable aperture like this drone does not have. It's probably one of the only things that it doesn't have. So I'm glad that they included this in the kit so that we can customize it to what we need to our lighting conditions outside. Let's open this up right now and see what's in the pack for the ND filters. And these are Autel ND filters. Not for UL, Autel. Comes in a very nice pack. So we open these up. Gorgeous. Alright, looks like they have little screw threads on the back. So these are what ND filters look like. Alright, so they each have their own little peely thing, and that's pretty much all it is. So if I take this ND filter and put it over your lens, so you kind of see what it does to your picture. It darkens it up a little bit for you so that you can get a better shot. And if anybody wants to know what ND filters come in this pack, the 4 ND filters that you get in the pack is an ND4, an ND8, an ND16, and then an ND32 for really high light situations. I feel most of the time we're probably going to be using, if we're shooting midday, we might be using either the 16 or the 32. Morning or afternoon or evening, you're probably going to be right around that 4, or you're going to be using an 8 more. These aren't polarized, I don't think, so no. Okay, so these are unpolarized lenses. But it'll probably get the job done, unless you're going near water or something that you want to cut out the glare. That's what polarized lenses are really good for. So they give you a pack of them. Really nice to put that in the rugged kit, and I don't think these are in a lot of the other rugged kits that are online on Amazon. So that's a really cool cool buy. All right. So the time that everyone has been waiting for. Everybody wants to see what this new Autel Evo2 looks like. Let's take it out of the box. I will have a little disclaimer that I did open this already just to make sure that everything was in here and we weren't going to be surprised. So let's take it out. Okay, so here it is. All right, I'm going to set this down and I'm going to get this box off of here so that we have a little bit more room. Now this is it. This is the Mac Daddy right here. So what I want to do, let's open it up real quick and show you what it looks like completely fully opened. Just so you get an idea, that's about how big it is. But if you put this up next to a Mavic or a Mavic Pro, it's much bigger. So you open your front legs first, your back legs open second, and they all have a really nice click into place. When they go into place, it's not a hard snap, but it almost feels like a roller ball bearing that's clicking into place inside of this. It's really, really nice. So we're going to go around this thing, and we've got a lot of sensors on it. So as you can see, we've got two sensors right on top here. There are side sensors, one on each side right here. We have one right here and here. This, unfortunately, is not really a vent. I can't really describe what this reminds me of. It almost reminds me of the family truckster from Vegas Vacation. On the bottom here, we have some more nicely peelable stuff. Let's get that off. And that exposes all the sensors on the bottom. So let's take a look and see what we have here on the bottom. Now this drone does have precision landing. So on the top here, it looks like these are all visual sensors. Remember, these sensors, you want to really make sure that you clean these, and they give you a little wipey to clean these before you take it up in the air. It's really important. On the back, it looks like we also have some more visual sensors on the back here. On the bottom is interesting. So on the bottom, it looks like we have two LED lights to aid in landing, which you can adjust in the settings. I've already downloaded the app, and in the app you can have these set to flash or to automatically come on when needed if it gets dark to help it land. Two visual cameras on the bottom, and it has a ultrasonic sensor. So it has two ultrasonic sensors on the bottom. Now what that is really good for is that's going to help aid in indoor flight and outdoor flight to make it even more stable and keep it in the spot so it doesn't toilet bowl around and doesn't move in high winds. So what that does is it will send ultrasonic waves down to the ground and then back up again, so it knows exactly how far it is from the ground. So that keeps it at a pretty consistent height, and then the cameras will keep it in position so it doesn't move left or right, and that really helps on indoor flight, especially if you don't have a GPS signal. So that's what that's good for. On the front, oh yeah, we've got some more sensors. More sensors on the front right here. Again, you want to make sure you clean those off really well before you take it up in the air. Get off of me. All right, so let's open up this gimbal without breaking it. Oh, that was easy. Oh, wow. Wow. So right there, that is your 8K gimbal right on top. Wow. That is really, really nice. It feels like it's got some rubber dampeners inside of it, along with the gimbal itself. So that will help any jelloing effect. And if you've never flown a drone before, you can get severe jelloing effect if you don't have dampers on the gimbal itself. So not only does it have them rubber dampers, but it has a really nice gimbal on it. To take the battery out of this thing, it's got 2 tabs right on the side. You're just going to pull those tabs, the battery comes right out. And again, this battery is half charged, just like the other ones. If you want to see inside the battery compartment, there you go. You can see that. And by the way, if anybody has any questions or wants to see a specific item on this drone, drop them down in the comments. It also really helps out the channel and the YouTube algorithm if you smash that thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button and tick that little bell, and this way you'll get notified on all of my future unboxings and other videos. So, for right now, this was the Autel Evo2 discontinued. So I'd like to thank everybody for watching today and joining us at the Clinch River Homestead. Stay awesome.